Covering Colorado, millions of dollars will soon be headed into communities statewide to help fight the opioid epidemic, thanks to a major legal settlement with a company involved in the promotion of these prescription drugs. News 5's Patrick Nelson has the details and what it all means. Do we not have Patrick?
Colorado led the way in this legal battle, joining with 47 other states to secure a $573 million settlement with one of the world's largest consulting companies, McKinsey & Company. Colorado's Attorney General says this settlement resolves investigations into the company's role in working for opioid companies, helping them promote their drugs and profiting from the opioid epidemic. As a part of the settlement, the company recognized the harm its conduct caused, and this agreement is the first multi-state opioid settlement to result in substantial payment to the states to address the epidemic. Colorado will receive nearly $10 million from the settlement to battle the crisis locally.
It's hard to overstate how big an impact this has been. This is the first time that a company has owned up to their actions that have contributed to this epidemic. This is the first time we're getting recovery dollars through a settlement to address this crisis. And that's why this is a big deal.
These dollars can help grassroots organizations like Southern Colorado Harm Reduction to be able to expand the supports that we have in place to get people to these other larger agencies.
And this financial support is needed to deal with the damage the opioid epidemic has caused here in Colorado during the last 20 years. During this time, nearly 5,000 Coloradans have died from a prescription opioid overdose. The rate of annual prescription overdose deaths also rose nearly 400%. And on an economic level, deaths and addiction have created considerable costs to the state in the form of health care, child welfare, and criminal justice to battle the crisis. Things are getting even more challenging during the pandemic.
It has escalated, and we have lost many people to overdose death in the state. Folks that were doing well, folks that were in recovery. We get phone calls like that quite a bit. People that are struggling to maintain their recovery.
Unfortunately, these funds aren't going to be enough. We have so much damage we have to address, but this is a start on what needs to be a continuing, sustained effort to repair lives and to help rebuild communities been devastated by this crisis.
For state leaders and those who help people in our communities impacted by opioid addiction, the hope is this settlement will be a sign of things to come.
There's still approximately $27 billion in litigation that will hopefully be awarded and sent throughout the country.
If you or someone you know need help with addiction or want to learn more about joining the fight to end the opioid crisis here in our communities, you can visit our website, KOAA.com. Always watching out for you. Patrick Nelson, News 5.